Hey everybody, Rutledge from TechRaptor, and we're at GenCon 2015. I'm here with Ryan Smoker, the creator of Creative Clash. Ryan, you want to give us a little overview of what the game is?
Absolutely. Creative Clash is really based on our experiences as a small creative firm. That's what I do in my normal 9 to 5. I started a studio with a buddy of mine in 2010, and we felt like we saw enough crazy things happen in our industry that we had to tell the story of it. We're big board game fans as well, so we thought, let's put our two loves together and create a game. It was aimed at people in our industry to kind of introduce them to board games. So we tried to make it really simple, easy to approach, easy to play. So it's Creative Clash, plays in about half an hour to 45 minutes. The point of the game is to reach your ego goal before your rivals do. You do that through hiring employees. You send them to like night classes and they get skills. And the more employees you have and the more skills you have, it's really like a bit of an economic mechanic in there. Allows you to do bigger and better projects, and of course it gives you more money and more ego. And so if you can reach your ego goal before your opponents, you win. Each principal is a little different, and they each have their own special power, just like switch it up from game to game.
Sure.
And they average between 18 and 20, so it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play the game enough to reach that level that you're accumulating in that lead.
And so it's a two-person game, correct? One-on-one?
It's up to 5.
Up to 5.
Yep. You can play with 2. It's really vicious with 2, as many two-player games are, especially the sabotage type games. And this has a bit of that take that mechanic. So if it's just 1 versus 1, you're just nailing each other with everything you have. So I think it plays best with 3 to 4. It's a good balance of time investment and just not getting ganged up on by one person all the time.
Is there anything else you wanted to touch on?
Oh goodness. Well, I just like to say, we do creative advertising and marketing as a full-time job. So this is kind of like our passion project on the side. We did the game design, did the graphic design, the illustration. I had to learn all the ups and downs of publishing in China and shipping to the US. Doing it through Kickstarter. We failed our first time on Kickstarter because we set the goal too high. We were just newbies to it. So we did it much better the second time around. So it's funny, you look at Kickstarter and you're like, oh, I can get a lot of money if I do a game publishing through that. But the reality is between the shipping costs to the backers, the actual cost to publish it, and ship it around, it's a lot less than what you see in Super. So it's just been cool to learn the publishing industry. I think if I would do it again, I may see if some of our game designs would be published by maybe another group, and we could just remain designers. But I think the whole process, start to finish, learning the industry has been really interesting. And this is our first GenCon. I've never been to GenCon. This is our first time exhibiting at GenCon, so it's all new. But it's been great. So, love it.
So is it available for purchase now?
Yeah, it's available now. We have a special GenCon price of $20. Normally it's 30, so from now through Sunday you can buy it for 20 here on the floor or online. And then after that you can still buy it on our website for 30 once GenCon is over.
Awesome.
All right, we're here with Creative Clash. We have it set up for 2 players. You can play up to 5, but that's where the board's set up. I'll take you through the cards first. The point of the game, everybody gets dealt at the beginning of the game a leader called a principal, and there's an ego goal on each card. So you are trying to reach your ego goal before the other players reach theirs, and that's how you win. To get started, it has a little bit of an economic flavor to it. So you want to get your economic engine going, and that's going to start with hiring employees. And they help you do simple projects like a web banner requires 1 employee, and you can get some money for that. But if you want to do some of the more complex projects, you're going to have to put a skill on one of your employees. You attach it to the employee like that. So now I have 1 employee with a design skill, but my requirement has design right there. You match it up to on the card. I need a second employee, so I'd have to hire a second employee, and now I can play this card, which gives me money and some victory points. As well, the skill card you can see gives you a victory point. So once you start building your empire, you're doing several projects, you're going to start earning a lot of cash. That's where the stuff cards are going to come in. You're going to pay some money to get straight victory points. That's a great way to use your money to turn that into points. But to kind of cause some mayhem throughout the game and not just make it a game by yourself, there's a lot of great player interaction that comes through the event cards. The Hangover in particular gets played on somebody's employee. They can't do anything for a round, they don't earn money, they can't do projects until you pay to get rid of that card. There's also a card like Temp Agency, which allows you to use somebody else's workforce to complete a project for yourself. So a lot of the things that happen within real marketing and advertising world happens in the game, including mass layoffs.
And acts of God.
Yes. And there are, last of all, person cards that can come out. Some are helpful. Some, like the consultant, aren't helpful at all. He tends to make you discard cards. So there's some backstabbing, sabotage things happening that way. So that's sort of the overview of what the cards are. A turn order looks like collect your income. For as many of these circular icons that you have in play, you've been bulking up your employees with great skills. You count them up and you move your money up the track. That's collect income. Then you're going to draw 2 cards, and then you can play any number of cards that you like. You can also discard a card to get a coin, to get some money in case you feel like you're stuck and you just need some cash and you don't like what's in your hand. Good way to get some coins that way. So play just continues clockwise and everyone runs through the turn order in that way until somebody reaches their ego goal. And that's the overview. So let's shuffle these up here.
Don't get that upset.
That's awful.
Start here.
Let's cut that. Okay. So in the base game, the rules say just draw 2 cards off the top, and that's really helpful for people who are learning the game. I like to play with a strategic variant where we also put 5 choices face up, kind of like a Ticket to Ride draw. So on your draw cards phase, you can either choose from the face up or draw 2 blind off the top. So this is my starting hand, and to get that economy going, I won an employee, I wasn't dealt one, so I don't have any income right now, so I'm gonna pass that phase. Right, ego starts on 0, your money starts on 3. First card, I'm gonna take Nick, because he's an employee. I think I like the idea of playing him. And I like this vacation card because it lets me cancel out another event card that gets played, so it's a good defense card. So that was my 2 draws, so I'm gonna hire Nick for 1. I'm gonna make him a copywriter, that's a cost of 2. So now I'm out of money, but I have an ego points. And next turn, I'm gonna generate some money because I have some of that residual income coming in. So
I'm going to take development skill because in my hand I have employees, but I don't have any skills right now. And I'm also going to look at helping myself with some defense cards as well. The board hates it, allows me to deny a project that he actually gets to play. So I'm going to hire Jordan. Jordan's going to cost me $1, and I'm going to give him development skills, which cost me $2. I have an employee. This doesn't require development skills. It doesn't actually require any skills, so I get my lettering, which gives me another ego point for a project. And that's, well, let's make it a little bit more interesting. I also have a hangover card, so I can play that on his employee.
I'm play my vacation.
and the back and forth begins.
So that negates that. We just toss that in the discard.
I'm done then.
Okay. All right, so back to my turn, collect income. We'll just play a game to 5. We won't play to the full 21, just to give you an idea here. Got my money there. I like the idea of another skill card. Oh, and an employee. I'll do that. So I'll hire Tony. Now I'm at 0. I can discard, for each card I discard, I can gain a coin. Also get rid of that. It's going to take me a while before I can afford to play a card like that. So now I'm up to 2. Now I can make Tony into a developer. Back to there. Now I have 2 points. And I'm getting closer to being able to do some more things. So go ahead.
You all done? Okay. Take this web banner project because it only requires 1 employee and gives me some cash. I'm going to give myself the $1 that I get from having Jordan as an employee. Get 1 more card. All right, so I gotta play immediately. It's mass layoffs. Each player must discard 1 of their employees in play. So this kills us all. So we're now back down. We lost our.
The skills that are attached to the employee get discarded as well. So you gotta reconfigure your points as you do so.
So I have 1 employee left. There's my buck. And unfortunately, I have this. It's a web banner. Gives me $2. That's really all I can do at this point. So.
All right. Earning $1. I don't know if I love any of these. I forgot to mention in the beginning, if there's any 3 of the same type that's face up, so there's 3 yellows, I can get rid of the entire pile to take a look at a new set here. Oh, Creative Q is an awful card, so I'm going to take control of that. Awful in that it could be really helpful to me or not so helpful. And that one's good too, because I could start earning some residual income. So my play cards, I'll get that into play, and I'll hang on to the others. So go ahead.
All right, I need skills, so I'll take the design skill. This card is great for snagging other employees, so I'm going to take the Grass is Greener card. Grass is Greener allows me to play that and take Nick and exchange him for Scott. So that gives me back my ego goal, or my ego. It's back and forth. That's all I can. Oh wait, so I have copywriting. I have another employee. I'm done.
All right. Earning an income there. I think I'll grab Austin and that skill. Play illustration on Scott for $2. And I'll toss that to gain $1 to hire him. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Take the Act of God card. Take Ashley. Play Ashley. Oh, get my recurring $1. Play that. Takes me back here. Gonna play the blog, which I need 2 employees of copywriting, which gives me $2 and increases my ego by 1. I'm gonna give Ashley design skills as well. Takes me back to 2. Takes me there. So I got 4, and I'm done.
All right. Like the idea of that. We have copywriting and design. Let's do temp agency. Okay, when this comes out, we have to resolve that right away. Play in the studio with the most project cards in play, which is you.
Right.
That studio must discard their highest level project.
All right, I'll be right back. This is where 2-player drives me crazy. So I lose my ego associated.
All right, so I picked up 2 of them. So I use my temp agency card to actually use his workforce to complete a project from my hand. Because he has design and I don't. He has 2 employees, so I can play that. It gives me $2 and an ego. Did I get my income either? I don't know if I did.
I had an active God card the last time too.
Okay.
I played, but I forgot.
And that's it.
All right. So there were 2 recurring incomes. Take 2 off the top. I'm gonna do an E-Blast for $2. And I'm gonna give Nick some illustration. It cost me $2. Move me ego for that. And unfortunately, I can't do anything else.
Unfortunately, excellent. All right, we'll grab that. Oh, we got my income of 2. And draw 1 off the top. Networking. Randomly select 1 or 2 cards from each player's hand. I don't want you to have that.
Good old-fashioned networking. It's just a
Ah.
giant business card shuffle up.
Ah, you got my 2 cards back. Awesome. Okay. I guess I got that letterpress that costs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I don't
tongue?
think. Wait, maybe I can. Maybe I can. I'll play Creative Coup, and that shifts my employees to the studio on the left, and vice versa. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Done.
Easy money.
That's it. That's the game.
Well done, sir.
That's when we played a 5.
Cool.
Yes. So you'll play to 21, or whatever, whoever reaches their ego go first. And again, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, roughly, unless you have higher player count will make it go a little bit longer.
Or you're
but-
demoing for a camera.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can't make it work. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, gentlemen.